Okay, second part. I have already cutted my pieces, but for explaining to you, I will redo the process to explain it to you how I'm using my jig, my cutting guide. So, as I mentioned before, you have already glued the two veneer, of course, on the piece of ebony that is the exact thickness of the other component. And of course, this is bigger because now you have the two veneer. Don't worry about that because the square has to be the same dimension of this. This total, you will understand later why is bigger than this. But remember that the grain is like in this direction and the head is here, of course. So how can we cut this into little pieces of the same thickness of this piece? I will show you how to install the block, or how I install the block. So, okay. I take some tape. I put it in my guide. And I put it onto the cutting slot. Because when I put the saw in, it will stay above the cutting slot, so I can measure on the teeth because it's a little bit bigger than the blade itself. Mine is 0.35, no, sorry, 0.38, and the blade is point, no, 0.40, and the blade is 0.35. It's very, very, very thin. It's super thin, but it's great for this purpose because the cut is so clean and you want it. Okay, so I put this blade here and I have to measure this thickness. So it's quite easy because, let me do the other pass. Of course, this and this is square, okay? It's squared, of course. Okay, so tape is onto the block also. And what I do is to put this here and the block, and I glue it with some super glue, just 2 drops, it's okay. 1, okay, a big one fell, so let me clean up a little bit, okay, so it doesn't squeeze onto the jig. I put this here. No, this is cleaner, okay. I put this here and a little pressure onto the blade, but not too much. Okay, then you cut the tape off. Come on, baby. Okay. Always use sharp knife. I sharp once a month all my tools, and I like it so much. It's a very intense moment to me to sharpen my tools. So we have the block, the stopping block, so we can cut a slice. Not always the first not always the first time you install the block is correct. Maybe you can adjust with a little piece of veneer, or you have to do it another time, but make sure that the cut is quite perfect. Okay, so it has to be, if it's right, nearly 1.8 millimeter in my case, and that is perfect, my friend. Nice, very, very nice. And it happens that not in the first shot you can get the perfect cut. In this case, yes, and I'm happy with that. Very happy with that, you know, because this is also 1 point something, so it's 1.8. I don't know if you can see it well, and this is 1.82. So I'm happy with the cut. So I continue cutting all the pieces like this, and then when I have cutted all the pieces, what I like to do is to have a piece wide like 1 centimeter, not more, because when you glue pieces like this length, you will end up messing, because just one slight diagonal piece will end up in the end to have pieces like this. So when you cut it, it's absolutely destroyed. The symmetry is absolutely destroyed. So if you cut this length, it's a bit more secure, and then later on, I will explain you later, you can cut it in half and have two pieces of 2 pieces of 5 millimeter. So with one veneer you can do both pieces, and it's quite easy to do. Okay, so let's move on, and I do another video so it's not too much length, and I think already past the 7 minutes of WhatsApp, so I have to do 2 video like before. But this is it for now. I hope it's understandable.